Hi guys, hope everyone's well and hope you've been enjoying this lovely weather. So today I'm going to do some fresh pasta. Some people have asked me how to do fresh pasta and this is a really simple way of doing it. It's only two main ingredients, pasta flour, 2 whole eggs. Simple way to think about it. If you've got 2 large eggs like this, it's 200 grams of pasta flour to 2 large eggs and a splash of olive oil. And you might see people make pasta they spread out the flour on a lovely wooden board and crack the eggs and the egg yolks into the middle and work it all in. And that's great, don't get me wrong, but it's a bit of a faff, and I'm just going to use a food processor today. Also, egg yolks, you'll get a nice rich yellow pasta if you use just egg yolks, but then there's only so many things you can do with egg whites. There's only so many meringues you can make. So yeah, it's as simple as that. So what I'm going to do, I've got a pinch of salt in here as well. I'm just going to add the flour to the food processor. This is going to be noisy. And literally I'm just going to crack the eggs into it. That'll still start to come together. Let's give it a splash of olive oil. If it doesn't come together, you can put a little bit of water in. Just going to test that. Yeah, so it's maybe a little bit too tacky actually, but should be fine. What we're going to do is we're going to take that out. Just come together like this. So I like to make this amount, 200 grams in the 2 eggs, because you always make too much pasta. I think I always make too much pasta anyway, and it sits in the fridge, and I don't eat it, and then it goes in the bin. So 200 grams, 2 eggs is a good amount for 2 people. Then we're just going to wrap this in cling film and pop it in the fridge for about 45 minutes, an hour, let it rest, and then we'll come back. Right, so this has been in the fridge for about 45 minutes, so it's ready to roll. I'm going to do kind of a tagliatelle here. Now, some people might have one of these buried at the back of a cupboard that hardly ever gets used. I'm going to do half of it with this, and I'm going to do half of it just with a rolling pin, just to show you that it can be done both ways. So, like I said, cut in half, pop it onto a nice floured surface, flour over the top, and then we're just going to try and get if you've got a heavy rolling pin like this, it's great. We're just trying to keep working it around until it's manageable. And then we're going to start folding it up. It's not going to be as pretty as using the machine. So keep folding it. Fold it again. You want to fold it about 8 or 9 times. That might happen. Basically, you get all the gluten in the flour to stretch. Okay. Okay, I'm going to fold this about 3 or 4 more times. I'm going to speed this bit up. and I'll see you on the other side. So you'll end up with something that looks a little bit like this. It's always going to be a bit thicker if you put it through a machine, but it'll be absolutely fine. It's a bit rough and ready. Right, what we're going to do, just going to fold it over in itself. Loosely, don't squash it. If you noticed in that video, that speeded a bit. It was sticking a couple of times, so I was trying not to add too much extra flour because I don't want it to dry out too much. Okay, so like that. I think in Korea they do a similar sort of thing with noodles, knife cut noodles, so let's call this knife cut. So something like that. So these are the knife cut ones. Now I'm going to move on to the machine. Okay, so the machine. You will get a better pasta and it is easier with the machine. I just wanted to make the point with the rolling pin and the knife that if you don't have one, don't be scared to have a go at fresh pasta because it is really easy. Okay, so I've just kind of rolled it a little bit with a rolling pin, really thin. We're going to start on the biggest setting. I think it's, what is it, 8 on this one. Just going to feed it through. And every time it goes through, I'm just going to fold it over, maybe twice to begin with. And we're going to feed it through 7 times and it won't stick, hopefully. If it does start to stick like that, just add a little bit more flour. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. Got some flour on here that I'm just using up, making sure it doesn't stick to the machine. 6, I think that is. 7. Let's do one for luck. Okay. You can really feel the difference once it's all, the flour's done all its magic through the machine. So it's ready to be thinned out now. Okay, so now we're going to start working back. We're going to go one notch down through the machine once, one notch down again, through once more, go. Oops. Okay, so that's obviously really long, so we'll cut this in half. Okay, a little bit, last bit of flour. And we've got this funky attachment on here, so we've got spaghetti and tagliatelle cutter. You'll be able to see this because it's all round this side. The work goes through. And you get loads of lovely tagliatelle. I'm going to do the same with this bit, and then we'll compare the two. So you can see on the left, these are the very coarse rolling pin and knife cut tagliatelle, spaghetti, whatever. And then this is the stuff that's been done with the pasta machine. So much neater, much thinner. You actually get more. That's the same amount of pasta, but you know it'll still be tasty. So I want a nice rolling boil like this. This has got salt in it as well. Somebody told me once that it needs to taste like the sea, but it's up to you how much salt you want to put in. I'm actually going to blanch and refresh this pasta because I'm not going to eat it all at once, and it'll be perfectly fine kept in the fridge and reheated in a bit of the sauce later. It in, and it's going to take seconds to cook. When I do refresh it, when it's cooled down in the cold water, and I've drained it off, I'm just going to mix it with a little bit of olive oil just to stop it sticking together when it's cold. Okay, so when that's just floated to the top like that, that is done. Especially as soon as I'm going to reheat it as well. Okay, so when you've blanched and then refreshed the pasta, refreshed essentially just means cooled down in cold water to stop it cooking. You tip it into a bowl. I'm going to drizzle it with olive oil. And we're just going to mix that through. And this is just going to stop it from sticking. Okay, so the fresh pasta, I'm actually going to serve this with a beef shin ragu, which I made a couple of days ago, which the recipe for is here. So if you want to pause that, you can read that. Really simple, just brown off the beef shin in this case, or stewing, any sort of tough beef cut will do. Brown that off, chuck all the ingredients into a pressure cooker and cook for 45 minutes to an hour. If you don't have a pressure cooker, just a pan with a lid on in the oven, about 140 degrees until it falls apart and is really tender. That's it. So you got one of these funky spoons, it helps. It's going to splash everywhere. Finish it with parmesan. That's it. Homemade tagliatelle with beef shin ragu. Cheers.